In 1830, a young Frédéric Chopin departed from Warsaw with dreams of bringing Polish music to Europe. Just as he arrived in Vienna, news broke of the November Uprising, Poland's brave fight against Russian oppression. Though far from home, Chopin's heart was fiercely bound to Poland, and he faced an agonizing choice. Should he return to join the fight, or should he let his music speak for his people? This is the story of how Chopin used his music to channel the spirit of a nation in its quest for freedom. At just 20, Chopin felt torn. News of the uprising spread, and many of his closest friends were on the front lines, risking everything for Poland's freedom. Though his family urged him to stay abroad and pursue his musical promise, Chopin felt helpless, caught between his duty as a Pole and his destiny as a composer. Letters reveal his struggle, as he confided to friends that he was overcome with guilt and longing. He could not be in Poland, but his heart was there. In his turmoil, Chopin turned to his greatest strength, music. He began composing with a fierce intensity, infusing his pieces with sorrow and pride for his homeland. His polonaises and mazurkas became more than music. They were expressions of patriotism. But among them, one piece stood out, Etude Op. 10. Number 12, the Revolutionary Étude. Every note trembled with raw, defiant energy, echoing the courage of his countrymen. Through this music, Chopin found a way to stand with his people from afar. During a concert in Vienna, Chopin played the Revolutionary Étude, and the audience was mesmerized. As he played, it was as if he were summoning the battle itself. His fingers stormed across the keys, capturing the urgency of Poland's struggle. Witnesses later recalled how Chopin, usually reserved, seemed transformed, pouring his grief and anger into the music. For those few minutes, his piano became his battlefield, and his passion filled the room. Chopin's compositions quickly made their way across Europe, resonating with listeners who heard in them the cry of a people yearning for freedom. In Paris, London, and beyond, he became known as not just a brilliant musician, but a voice for Poland's fight. Through his music, he rallied sympathy and support for Poland's cause, captivating Europe with pieces that were, in essence, patriotic anthems. Though Poland's uprising was ultimately crushed, Chopin's music preserved its spirit. His compositions lived on, a legacy of his love for Poland and its resilience. Chopin would remain in exile, but his heart stayed loyal to his homeland, and his music forever bore the pride and sorrow of a country longing to be free. Today, Chopin's pieces remind us that music can transcend borders and bear witness to a people's enduring hope and courage.